Are all tears the same? Yesterday, my allergies were acting up and my eyes were watering constantly. And while I was wiping my eyes for the 10th time, I suddenly wondered something strange. Are all tears the same? Because the tears from allergy feel very different from the tears you cry when you're sad or when you start laughing so hard that you start crying. And it turns out they actually are different. Your eyes produce three different types of tears. The first type are basal tears. These are the quiet workers. Your eye produces them constantly to keep the surface of the eye smooth and hydrated. Basal tears contain water, oils, mucus, and antibacterial enzymes like lysozyme that protect the eye from infection. Without them, your eyes would dry out in minutes. The second type are reflex tears. These are the emergency tears. They appear when something irritates the eye, like smoke, dust, strong wind, or when you cut an onion. The goal here is simple: flood the eye and wash the irritant away. That's why reflex tears often come out much faster and in larger amounts. The third type are emotional tears. These are the ones connected to the brain's emotional centers. They appear when we experience strong feelings like grief, frustration, relief, or overwhelming joy. What's interesting is that emotional tears may contain slightly different chemistry. Some studies have suggested they include higher levels of stress-related hormones and proteins. The idea is that crying could help the body release some of the chemicals linked to stress. Scientists are still debating exactly how much of that effect is real, but the possibility is fascinating. And then there's a strange thing that happens if tears dry. When a tear evaporates on a glass slide, the dissolved salts and proteins start forming tiny crystal patterns. Under a microscope, those patterns can look like branching rivers, frost, or miniature landscapes. An artist named Rosalind Fisher photographed thousands of these dry tears in a project called the Topography of Tears. The images show how complex these tiny salt structures can become. But the shapes don't directly correspond to specific emotions. They mostly depend on chemistry, salt concentration, and how the droplet dries. Still, it's a strange thought. Something as ordinary as a tear can carry enzymes that protect your eyes, chemicals that respond to irritation, or signals connected to emotion. And when it dries, it can leave behind a microscopic pattern that looks like a frozen landscape, all from one tiny drop. I am Mari and this is Midnight Question.